Welcome back to the channel, Nick here. So today we're going to talk about how I've been playing my damage over time Essence Drain Lich character, and what you need to know to follow along and do the same. This character is pretty tanky as it has more than 5,000 energy shield and uses mind over matter to give us another layer of defenses by using mana as HP. First thing we're going to do is check out the character stats and gear. Right now I have 1200 life, 5.3k energy shield, and 1100 mana. My character's resistances are absolutely trash right now because I've just been taking my time leveling and whatnot. So we have our wand right here. It has +3 to all chaos spell skills and a little bit of spell damage. That's the best thing I've found so far. So I'm just using that and it is definitely good enough. Next up we have our body armor here. I just bought this piece, so it has no resistance on it, but it has a lot of energy shield. And combined with our passives, we stack a lot of energy shield. So that's the main thing that I was looking for that piece of gear. Next up, we have our shield or focus. The main things that I would like to get on this piece of gear is plus to all spell skills. I think you can get +2 or possibly +3. But right now I'm settling for spell and chaos damage and a little bit of cast speed. Next up, we have our helmet. It's a series disdain. We get 12% of our maximum life as extra maximum energy shield. So as long as we have a little bit of life, or we could possibly stack it, the more ES we get, the better. That also combos with one of our Ascendancy passives to give us regenerate mana equal to 6% of maximum life per second. So because we're also using mind over matter, which all damage is taken from mana before life, we can combo that in, and the more life we have, the more mana regen we have, so on and so forth. We're just tanky and we have another layer of defense there. Other than that, right now I'm just currently using another belt I found. It's Midnight Braid. 50% of damage is recouped as mana, just so I can have more mana sustain there. My gloves, absolute garbage. Boots, a little bit better. Rings, absolutely garbage. We will slowly be upgrading it. So I just got to maps today. I'm on tier 5. We are definitely tanky enough, even with the resistances being this bad. Damage is fine for what I have here. Next, we will go over our passive tree. So the main thing that I was aiming for, at first I was building completely glass cannon, just all chaos damage, and I got to maps with around 400 or 500 energy shield. That was horrible. Don't do that, you'll be in for a bad time. So we decided to completely respec, and I built out way more energy shield nodes. So we just come along here, more energy shield there, a bit more mana regen there, built over to these chaos nodes here, chaos nodes there, energy shield, Soul Bloom there, just for more energy shield regen, and so on and so forth. All of the energy shield nodes that are as close as possible to our starting point and our current branching path. All the chaos nodes. Currently, I'm still just level 73, so we have a lot more skill points left to go. I'm also missing 2 skill points up in the top right there, just from laziness. I just wanted to get to maps as fast as possible for as much time as I could put into the game. And for the rest of that, we are grabbing these chaos nodes over here, a little bit of energy nodes there. And for our notables, we are taking Whispers of Doom, so we can apply 2 curses. I'll go over the skills in a short little while, and we are also taking mind over matter, as we mentioned earlier, just so we have another layer of defense. That's about it for the skills, and we'll go over what I'm currently using for my gems and the supports. First of all, Essence Drain Contagion, that is the main combo. What I've found to work well is Unleash for Contagion, Persistence just so it lasts longer. I probably don't need that because it's mostly for boss fights, just so I can leave it on longer, be lazier. I think it lasts about 9 seconds with more skill effect on right now. And more area of effect, just so when the mobs pop, it'll spread the contagion in a greater area of effect. and I will probably be scaling area of effect with that, at least on my passives or through items or whatever. Next up is Essence Drain. So for Essence Drain, I've been using Chain, just so it'll proliferate Essence Drain across more enemies at one time. We use Swift Affliction just to get more dot damage, and Considered Casting once again for more damage. The less cast speed doesn't really matter that much. It's fine for right now, and we can always make that up with some more cast speed on our gear. So we're using Convalescence just as another oh crap button. We hit it and then we get 3.65 seconds of constant energy shield recharge. So if we're ever in a need or in a pinch, we can just hit the button and then we have an uninterrupted almost 4 seconds of energy shield recharge. Always good. We use Profane Ritual just as a little backup for mapping. You don't really need it, but I've been using it. It's a little bit of extra damage, so we're using Chaos Mastery there, and Expanse just so we have more area of effect. Adds an 8-second cooldown, but I find that it doesn't really bother me that much that it has that cooldown. So for our curse, we're using Blasphemy, and that is supported by Despair. Once again, I'm just taking the easy approach, and instead of manually casting Despair, I put it on Blasphemy so I could just run around and everything else has less chaos resistance. And then we have Clarity on this just so I can get more mana regen. That's always up since Blasphemy is always on. And since we're using Mind Over Matter, we want a decent amount of mana regen along with the life getting converted to mana regen. So that's always nice. We also run Dark Effigy, so this is good for bosses and just applying poisons to things. Also good for tanking because you could throw these out in front of you and a lot of the time enemies will attack your totems first. If they don't have the most life, you can definitely build so your totems have more life, but this is what I've been running on my Dark Effigy. So I use Envenom because Envenom poisons actually do chaos damage. I'm not sure if it actually scales or anything with the chaos damage that you have increased from your gear, but I saw that as just poison, and yeah, poison is good. A little bit of dot damage there. Also, we use Overabundance just to have the ability to place down 2 totems. They last a lot less, but when you have 2 of them, you're just outputting more DPS, so that's what I've been using. And Withering Touch. Because you have 2 totems and they're firing pretty fast, you want to stack that Wither, so the enemies that you're hitting with Wither will be taking more chaos damage. Once again, once I get a little bit more spirit, I'm going to be running Withered Presence, just so we could apply more Wither, and then we use I plan to use Mysticism on Withering Presence, so we can deal 30% increased spell damage while on full energy shield. Obviously, we're not going to have full energy shield all the time, but a decent uptime on that, so we'll be doing more damage. That about covers it for the skills. One thing I want to go over is my Ascendancy. So I still haven't done my 3rd Ascendancy, as I just got to maps today. I'll be running that shortly, but for now, we'll be running Soulless Form, just so we can regenerate mana equal to 6% of our maximum life per second. That's always nice. Constant mana regen. Super good. And then Eternal Life. So your life cannot change while you have Energy Shield. This is a big reason why we are stacking Energy Shield, because we could do a couple things with that. We can say use things that affect our life. Anything that'll be affecting our life, whether it's through casting skills and making our life go down, it doesn't matter, because as long as we have Energy Shield, our life can't change. And for our next skill, we'll either be going with Crystalline Phylactery. I'm going to have to buy some decent jewels so I can take use of that. So 100% increased effective socketed jewel. That is super good as long as you find some good jewels. And then another one that I'll probably be going for is either Eldritch Empowerment, just so we're doing more damage. So it costs an additional 3% of maximum energy shield. That's our non-channeling spells. We do 30% more damage, and spending energy shield does not interrupt recharge. The amount of recharge we have on our energy shield, it doesn't even matter that each time we cast 3% of our maximum energy shield is being used. That is a non-issue. You could also do Rupture the Soul because we are using Blasphemy. So cursed enemies killed by you explode for a quarter of their maximum life as chaos damage. So you're just proliferating monsters exploding along with Essence Drain, Contagion, so on and so forth. So to wrap up this video, I'd like to say this is not the final form. I'm going to be working on getting a bit more money so I can spend it on better gear, double checking the supports and whatnot. I've kind of just been, playing solo self-found for the most part, putting on what I can. If you liked the video, drop a like, sub, all that good stuff. Really helps out the channel. And I will be doing an updated guide on this build as soon as I can get everything going a little bit smoother. I'm going to try and get to endgame maps and do the pinnacle bosses and whatnot. See if I could find any good farm strategies. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.